I forgot how to turn the stream on then. Hello everyone, welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix. And this is a very early Japanese Grand Prix. I think we had it early last year, but this year, goodness gracious me, I think the only time we've ever had a race in Japan, it was earlier, was probably 1994, where it was round two in the classic Aida circuit, which probably wasn't the most interesting circuit in the world, but I must admit I quite enjoyed it on the old original F1 95 game. Hello to you, chappers. Hello, Indigo. And hello to Alexander as well, who has reached the grand old age of 50 after his birthday on Wednesday, I believe it was. I must say, no disrespect to any January babies and things like that, but it's a bit of a rubbish time to have a birthday. I think that December and January probably two of the worst months, I would say. The best time of year to have a birthday, I think, is probably May myself. Probably because I'm born in May and all that kind of jazz and everything like that. Anyway, let's not stand on ceremony, Mr. Wayne. Let's get on with the tonight's streams and of course the championship as well. And what an incredible race it was last week. I must admit, I have not caught up very much up to date with the race last week. I had a horrific week last week. So let's start this one better. But what is not horrific, albeit Sam Swift Ninja only finished third in his Chinese Grand Prix last week. But more importantly, though, he got a 14-point lead over Troye, Troye's first Grand Prix win in donkey's years, it feels like. I think that that is Troy's first win in over a season. When did he last win? Was it Qatar back in season 10 potentially? Don't quote me on that one. But Troy moves up to second. Then Immortal in third position. He seems to live in third position in the championship at the moment. Toy Coin in fourth position. A strong start to the season for both the Ferrari team, with Menace in fifth. Lucas Percy, that late DNF there, and of course there was a lot of queries about how Percy retired last week in sixth position there. Chappers in seventh position, then with Keza in eighth. Hats off to Keza, a superb fourth position after a pretty horrific Grand Prix down under in Australia 2 weeks ago. Legend in ninth, and Boxtel completing the top 10. Oh, sugar, I've only got 25 seconds. 11 positions Equals. Marky in 12th with Knowlesy and Kaz on 2 points. Indigo getting a point last week as well. Cam, Mumford, Brabbit, Coop and MHD did not get any points last in the first two rounds, sadly. In the Constructors' Championship, it is Ferrari leading the way so far. Then, of course, they have a strong team, and I'm very happy to say that that was one of my predictions as well, Ferrari being at the top. But they are at the top, but only by a minute of 8 points separates the Ferrari and the second Ferrari power car out of three on this season's grid, which is the Kick Sauber team then on 40 points, Alpine on 29 points, and 24 points for the Mercedes, and 10 points be in front of the Williams team is Williams actually on 14 points, 12 points for the Haas along with the Red Bull team, 9 for RB, which will be racing bulls next year. Yes, much better than RB. Aston Martin on 6, and McLaren sounded like last year really have had a pretty horrific start, haven't they, in the Constructors' Championship then. Gosh, what have I done? And then in the joint constructors, I thought I'd turn the stream off. Then I absolutely, I almost soiled myself in the constructors' championship, or the joint constructors' championship, which has got a lovely lovely bill of overcast sky in the Suzuka foreground. In the background, Alpine 4 points in front of the Red Bull team in second position. Kick Sauber in third, 10 points in front of the Aston Martin team in fourth position. And no cars out yet. Fifth position is the Williams team on 74 points. 63 points is a Scuderia Ferrari. McLaren on 45 points, 38 points for the Mercedes, 29 for Haas, and 22 for the RB. A lot closer than this time last season. Of course, the joint constructors last season did start quite, it was quite open, wasn't it, last season there. Hello to Ben Hardy. Chappers there, of course, we do have the fan club of Chappers now. Of course, he's made a great following on the TikTok platform. He really has indeed that. And I think he's doing career mode, I think, at the moment on 110 AI. If you have that, and then half it again, and that's the AI. And that's the AI skill I'm on. We've also got Billet there, or Ballant. And good evening, good graphics. Thank you very much. I wish I could say that's me, but let's be honest about it. Yeah, I do know how to. I do know how Nosy does have the stuff to run, but the championship stands are pretty lush at the moment. So out of the pits there is Toy Coin, followed closely by Menace. And really good stuff indeed. Then let's go F Ballant then. So just watching the Toy Coin then, of course, out on circuit mode. Now, one of the quicker drivers in ALR, and Ballant then, of course, making a return to ALR in quite a while, unless, of course, I did not see him in one of the Chinese Grand Prix last week, which could have happened, to be honest, but what I do remember is it was absolutely raining cats and dogs, wasn't it, in Shanghai, which is not surprising, to be honest. We've had so many wet races over the years in China. In 2006, I think it was damp. 2007 was damp as well, that infamous race where Hamilton decided to beach it into the gravel trap. Of course, Maldonado also followed Hamilton in there as well in 2014, but that was in practice. And I think the Maldonado's 2014 practice session in that Lotus is something that he probably doesn't want to remember, to be fair, because I'm sure he also spun whilst going in a straight line because he was trying to change something on the steering wheel. But to be fair, these cars are very quick computer programs. Goodness gracious me, I only looked down for a couple of minutes ago. Dry in both sessions, says Alexander. Of course, it's great to see Alex has not lost any of his eyesight since turning the magical 50. Good stuff indeed then. But of course, as out of the final turn is Toy Coin as well, and across the line, only one DRS turn around this circuit then. I'm disappointed they don't have DRS down into the 130R and let the drivers turn it off, but then again, I'm not a man about safety. Certainly I'm certainly not a man about safety, goodness gracious me. So we've got Toy Coin now just coming up the hills into the S's as well. I say that this circuit is probably in the top 3 of the best circuits on the calendar this season, and in the top 3 of the best circuits on the game, and possibly of the last couple of games as well. Japan is a real driver's circle out there. Oh, finally you decide to show your face then. You missed my win, Sean. I did indeed that, as of course I also missed Delando's win and Troy's win as well. I think that all those drivers would probably want me to bugger off again, really, don't they? It's a Toy Coin into the Kobayashi hairpin, which I don't think it's a Kobayashi. I mean, is it the Elena Dunlop hairpin? Is I don't know what it is. But yeah, Serious Motion's first win in the Bronze Championship, and that's his second win in championship racing in a very since silver at this race, actually, back in season 2 as well. So Serious Motion has won in Formula 2 before as well, but do we class that as a championship? I do not know, to be honest, so I'm going to sit on my poof and wind my neck in. Here's Toy Coin. Flicks past me as well, coming through the 130R, which is not exactly a challenging corner anymore, locking up there, and car went a bit deeper than he wanted, but Toy Coin, he's also invalidated, sadly, there, so Toy Coin has got a slap on the wrists, and at that time, it's not going to count for the Ferrari, and that is disappointing start there, but Menace there, across the line there, and goes fast on a 27.4 to start us on our qualifying journey. Remember that there is remember that in qualifying, we do not have the full qualifying anymore. It's qualifying 1. It's done and dusted there. So the 18 minutes, as many laps as you possibly can fit in those 18 minutes there, albeit you will be limited by tyre allocation. So you cannot really dilly-dally for too long. There will be no rain tonight, Sean. Thank you very much, Indigo. As we've got our weather reporters out there as well, Indigo and Knowlesy, very much keeping me up to date, which is, to be honest, you need me to do that, because I have no idea what's going on there normally. At the best of times as we just go into the first of the 2 Degners. Cass has gone second fast there. Oh, goodness me, about 6/10 of a second away so far. Well, but the Haas in the background, they're just starting a lap. Then Cass in the Aston Martin. Miss Australia back in time for China then. So both me and Cass have missed the race already. Shameful on both of us, but don't worry about that. Hopefully we won't miss the remainder of the season. However, I cannot promise that, to be honest, because you never know. Cass is there, who's second. Boxstyle gets some points last time out, didn't he? 6/10 of a second away as well, give or take. Boxstyle is currently second fastest, but that is a Mercedes 1-2 at the moment there. Flashback from 2014, potentially. Albeit we don't really want a flashback from 2014 here, of course, as the tragedy of Jules Bianchi in 2014 around here. And I did watch a video on that earlier on, really, about how they try to bring the race forward and all that kind of stuff. Goodness me, and potentially Bianchi could be racing with his godson now, couldn't he? Charles Leclerc. However, talking about Ferrari there, of course, not really a nice segue to talk about. Here comes the double world champion Sam Swift Ninja, who's always nice to see on stream. But of course, didn't Lewis Hamilton look absolutely beautiful in those red Ferrari overalls? Goodness gracious me! I must say, I was all hot and sweaty after seeing Hamilton in that red car, and we have only got 40 days, something like that, until the start of the Australian Grand Prix. I am counting down, folks. Hello there, General Chazza. Lovely helmet as well from Sam Swift Ninja. Beautiful stuff indeed. I love a helmet. Of course, that's probably the most important part of a racer's repertoire. And if it was if I was in charge of the FIA, which to be honest, I'll be worse than Ben Sulayem. To be honest, I think I'll be a lot worse than him. But one thing I would say is ban helmet changes. You have to keep the same helmet for most of the season or all of the season, because of course that is meant to be the racer's signature. But of course, obviously there's more important things to worry about in Formula 1 than helmets, but that would be the first thing under my agenda. Indigo, Chazza, you're hot then. So goodness me, unless Chaz is in a different country, then I do agree with you completely, Indigo. We're just coming into the triangle chicane. Of course, the infamous for where Senna and Prost collided in 1989, which is the year that I was born, which makes me feel very old. Sam Swift Ninja, 10th plus second away from Menace Max, who is currently 8 minutes into this qualifying session. Very much the cream of the crop here. Knowlesy then, happy 50th there. Knowlesy's the oldest driver on Formula 1 on the Formula 1 grid there. I'll drop the jokes now. MHD then 8 fast. Well, there was a very out of sorts kick Sauber there, as I was just flicking past. Equals then in the Alpine machine. Of course, Renault abandoned their engine program and going to Mercedes power for 2026. Good stuff. For I suppose that is a good investment, isn't it? But it just doesn't look very good for Renault, does it? I'm not a big fan of Renault anyway. Rain is reserved for bronze, says Cirrus Mushroom there, and Cirrus Mushroom would be happy if that is the case, because when it rained around here a couple of years ago, Cirrus Mushroom did win that race there, and Cirrus Mushroom is the reason why Haas only had 8 wins on the trot instead of any more there. Of course, Liam and German was the two gentlemen who was very much ripping up that season, weren't they? But we still had the championship showdown between Dan Murphy and German, didn't we? Goodness gracious me, our time flies. Loves Lewis in his new helmet too. Hope he keeps it. Evening, Charlie. Not that type, German. And whoop, top 10, says Equals. There is Equals, who is broken into the top 10, but sadly slowest of the time runner so far. Evening, Sean. Hello, racers. Camera Racer with a €10 donation as well, which is very much appreciated from the admins there. We absolutely love it indeed, Camera. And hopefully, if you do get reported this year, then of course just slip us another $5 and we will not worry about it. Of course, I joke about that. Albeit I was reported in Australia, which I was absolutely disgusted by whoever reported me. I absolutely I threw my toys out the pram and everything. To be honest, I think I was the reason that Vintage retired actually in Australia. I think I finished off Vintage when I just kind of clipped through as I went past. Which wasn't very good, was it? I don't know why, but I always seem to hit Vintage. Maybe because he's just a beautiful man. Across the line there goes Brabbit into full fastest. Good time indeed for the former silver champion. Great time 8 minutes to go in this qualifying session now. Knowlesy then just coming up into Dunlop now. Toy Coin invalidated his first time there. Keza, great battling drive last week there with only half a front wing for most of it. And Lucas Percy, the former world champion as well, out on circuit. The big boys are out to play now. Oh my goodness. Here's Toy Coin there going into Spoon. I think it's called Spoon because it's like a spoon, albeit I always remember the Williams going off there in 95 and basically ruining their Constructors' Championship chances, and one of the worst seasons ever in terms of having the best car and somehow throwing it away. Damon Hill was not on fire, and the second driver was David Coulthard, but David Coulthard was only in his first season, so you can give him a bit of slack there. Well, I certainly can anyway, because Kufar's a legend. Across the line goes Toy Corner, who's a legend in his own right as well, goes 4 fastest in the Ferrari. The leading Ferrari driver at the moment, just in front of his teammate Troy, on the grid as if it finishes now, but we've still got over half the session to go. Across the line now comes Knowlesy, 13th fastest at the moment now for Knowlesy. Calm out on circuit. Mumford at Spoon. We're just going to watch Keza. Legends has left the session. That's not ideal for Legends, is it? Oh dear, excuse me, Mushroom. And my birthday's coming time for a new hoodie. Oh, lovely stuff indeed then. What colour are you going for, Mushroom? To be honest, is Keza there? A late entry into the pit lane there. Goodness me, almost caught me off guard. Thank you very much there all for the views there. And really good stuff indeed. I must admit, I didn't think we was going to get as many views as last week because I'm back on comms. So hats off to Luke, who did a great job. Menace goes fast as there, 2/10 of a second in front there. And I think that Luke's also dipping his hand into the content creator world and all that kind of jazz as well. So really good stuff indeed there. I wished I had the I wish I had the brain for that. I wish I had the intelligence for that. I wish I had the patience. I wish I had the skill. I have none of that, sadly. So I just sit on my poof. And I basically do this shtick until Knowlesy fires me, basically. Menace is currently fastest at the moment, though. Of course, Menace, only one-time Grand Prix winner so far, which I think is an absolute travesty at the moment, isn't it? Menace has a lot of potential under that right foot of his, but at the moment has not been able to get any more Grand Prix wins. Just watching Indigo come over the S's and through Dunlop there. Of course, and now into Degna 1 and then into Degna 2. I remember watching the Japanese Grand Prix qualified around here in 2009, I should say. Of course, 2004 Japanese Grand Prix. I think it was not the first time that we had qualifying and the race on the same day. I think it was, wasn't it? And that was a long old night for me. But I also remember watching the 2009 qualifying around here because I was going to, I think it was Autumn Towers on that day. So I was very tired indeed. I don't like theme parks, to be honest, because I'm a big old wimp. I don't like heights. I don't really like speed unless I'm in control, and even then I'm never in control as it is. As it goes over the brow of the hill for Indigo there, you can see very bumpy this circuit is there. This circuit is, what was I trying to say? I've interrupted myself. But yes, I remember the 2009 Japanese Grand Prix. It was a very eventful. I think wasn't there 3 or 4 red flags there. Buemi crashed, had won the longest crash ever as he started his crash at the exit of Spoon. Indigo goes 6 fast there. Good time for Indigo. One of his Achilles heel of his career has certainly been his qualifying trim, but this is looking strong at the moment. So is the double world champion Sam Swift there, 2/10 of a second away from Menace Manx at this moment in time. 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Through the second Degners now, back on that loud pedal. This track has only been on the F1 calendar since 1987, which is absolutely redonkulous. It feels older than that, doesn't it? Which surprised me because, of course, Hungary's been on the calendar longer, and I think 1986. Goodness gracious me! Right, where am I? Slightly south promo, but highlights of my Chinese ALR Chinese race have gone live on my channel. Need you to call into work, Sean. Got a new proper microphone a couple of days ago. Oh goodness me! Want to give it a whirl? Certainly can then. To be honest, if you want, you can have a go next week, to be honest. I don't mind having a time off. What is the next? Oh, it's the mystery race next week, isn't it? That's going to be interesting. But yes, far away, Luke. To be fair, I don't mind sitting back in watching ALR in action on Sunday and potentially even Monday as well. So I can quickly retire from my poof there. However, Sam Swift Ninja is going to be disappointed at that though, because he's currently not quickest there. He has lost out in Sam Swift Ninja currently second at this moment now. Indigo is currently in 6th moment, but he's come back in the pits 3.5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. I'm thinking just a normal grey hoodie shouldn't got the others though. If I can get an income going, then I will buy a t-shirt, says Luke then. George, I want a gilet. A Gillette, but unfortunately I'm not the best the man can get, and also, well, I think that Knowles did send me to a special site there where I might be able to get that sorted. However, for now, I'm a little skint at the moment. And the last thing that I bought, which was technically Well, actually, I did buy Monster for about £7 earlier on. By the way, that's a 4-pack, not the 1 can. Otherwise, goodness me, I got a major addiction now. Coming out of 130R. I could definitely do Mondays from next week. My other league ends tomorrow for a few weeks. Oh, goodness stuff. Goodness me indeed. Hope Portugal is not the mystery list. I've never driven around there. I hate to break it to you, but Mushroom, but it certainly is as well. So maybe Luke can do silver commentary. Fantastic stuff indeed. That means I don't have to worry about doing any commentary. That's brilliant. I just do the stand-ins on a Wednesday, and that's it. So yeah, I forgot I'm racing. So it's just got Sam Swift Ninja. I must admit, I did play it very well actually, because I must admit, China was the one race I was not looking forward to doing, because every time I've been around China, I have been so slow. Is that Cam unfortunately too greedy at the exit of the triangle chicane, and because of that, has unfortunately invalidated his time. 2 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Time is of the essence, ladies and gentlemen, and Cam has also invalidated this time as well, but he's got enough time. But will those tyres be compliant still? As Equaz has got a very dirty Alpine there. You might have to go into the car wash there. For some reason, I've got Christina Aguilera going through my mind now, which is never a bad thing, is it? Quite a nice lady, she is indeed, isn't she? I haven't heard from her for a while. Is Toy Coin very lucky there? I thought the Toy Coin was going to get a invalidation there, but actually he did really well not to get an invalidation at all. Toy Coin, one of the quickest drivers in ALR in terms of 1-lap speed there. 7th pole position in only 44 starts there for Toy Coin there, so you can go for 8 in 45. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Good stuff. Gillette is a body warmer, isn't it? It is indeed there. I do love a good body warmer, but it has to be quite big to fit around my big old belly. Here's Toy Coin, flashes past me now. Almost took my toupee off it as he comes up over the brow of the hill. Look how bumpy it is there. Here in Suzuka, Japan, the only figure of 8 circuit on the Formula 1 calendar, and the only figure of 8 circuit on the Formula 1 calendar for a very long time. If they ever had another figure of 8 circuit on F1, I'm trying this. Answers in the comment, please, because I want to know. Across the line, Toy Coin, frustration now, I think, for Toy Coin there. Wasn't the most elegant of lap there for Toy Coin, which is very shocking for me to say, because Toy Coin is usually one of the most impressive pound for pound one-lappers. Brilliant stuff indeed. Here comes Immortal 300. Oh my goodness me, the back end is trying to step out for the Alpine machine there, going into the crossover for Alpine, and yellow flags on the X. Then we've got less than 30 seconds to go, I believe. I wasn't really paying attention there. We've got a conga line. Menace there is going to have to go. He has gone. We've got 11 seconds. Sam Swift Ninja's not going to make it. Oh no, it's a horror show for the double world champion. And unfortunately for Sam Swift, he's not going to make it. That's horror. And the cars across the line. So Sam Swift is not going to finish his lap there. Oh my goodness gracious me. And Cam has not improved either. He didn't get across the line either. 2 kick Saubers. Well, one's 18th. The other one is second at the moment there. But that's not ideal, is it? What about Immortal then? Immortal's a 10th for a second up there as we got as we come into the triangle chicane as well, before accelerating away, going over the grid hats as well. Then DRS right on the money, and Immortal second fastest. He is on the front row of the grid. There's a McLaren in the background. Brabbit goes 5th fastest. Brabbit is 5th fastest on row 3 of the Japanese Grand Prix. Looking for an Aston Martin. It's not that one. I'm looking for the other Aston Martin. Have I gone all the way around? I think I have. It's Chazza. There he is, and Chazza, a 2-time pole sitter, and he made pole position back here in season 5 of gold. Can he get on pole position again, Chazza? No. Down in 18th position now. Not ideal there. Legends goes into 15th position there. What about that Williams in the background there of Chaffers? Only 12 fastest for Chaffers, sadly. We were looking for a Ferrari. It's Troy. 009 then. He doesn't improve. Troy down to 11th position. He was last week's Grand Prix winner. This week he's only 11 fastest, so not ideal at all. Mumford across the line now. Lucas Percy's got 7 fastest. Mumford stays in 15th position. I was looking at the wrong car there, wasn't I? Menace across the line, and Menace does improve more, and he's on pole position. He lowers the benchmark. Kaz is alongside him on row 1. There's a bit of lag in there. With Immortal in 3rd position, Toy Coin, as Toy Coin abandons his time and comes to the pit. So it is Menace on pole position, and that's his 7th pole position of his career. He equals that of Toy Coin, and that's 7th pole position in 26 Grand Prix starts there for For the Mercedes driver, oh, fantastic 17th there for Menace. And, wow, 7th pole position in 26 or 27 Grand Prix starts, I should say, for Menace. Fantastic stuff indeed. And he's going to be overjoyed with this result. Fantastic. Oof. My gosh, that was exciting, wasn't it? I love that. So Menace out taking pole position. Silver commentating isn't cheap, Luke, then. It certainly isn't. I can't replace you, Sean. Oh, you certainly can't. Luke is in another league. Kick him! Do I get paid for commentating in silver? 2 Freddos, Luke. And that's exactly how I get paid. Well, no, I don't get paid with Freddos. I get paid with Whisper Bars. I'm not a fan of Freddos. Immortal for pole, says Equals. I apologise, Equals. What you meant to say was it's Menace for pole position there. I'll take that at this point, Mushroom there. I am 5 minutes from starting an OnlyFans, for OnlyFans at this rate. And I've got an OnlyFeet one, because my feet is quite girly, so I just point them at my, just point the camera at my feet, and then just put like what's it like nail varnish or something on it. I think it would go well. Menace Max, pole position by a tenth of a second. I probably should have put the adverts on, really, shouldn't I? Actually, no, less. Before I do so, let me read the rest of this then. Still not trim them trees before the 130 yard, whatever it's called then, says Serious Mushroom. Serious Mushroom's been complaining about that for the past... oh, I've got a black screen. Good. Serious Russia's been complaining about that for the past year and a bit now, haven't they? Goodness gracious me. Don't tease us, Luke. Gold Grid is so mixed up, they had an update then. Wheel Track Serious says, Camera Racer, yeah, new patch, Sam got nerfed in quali. Ho, 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 ho. I love it. Is it a new patch? Oh, goodness me. To be fair... I did turn because last week I only turned my PlayStation on Friday, I think it was, just to make sure there was no updates. I didn't get an update. Am I a patch behind now? Too much teasing in here, feet now. Oh yes. To be honest, actually, I do have a lovely pair of Homer Simpson slippers on at the moment. It's got a bit nippy in this old room at the moment. There, sadly, as beefed up as I am, I don't generate enough heat for this room, so I've had to get the old slippers on, and I've got me ALR jumper on as well. A lovely bit of promo there as well. And of course, if you want to get any ALR merch, go to the shop. And of course, as well, if you want any 3D trap maps and all that kind of stuff, as well as disqualification, hard tires for box style. If you want any cool 3D trap maps, which to be honest, Japan I would recommend. Of course, one of the top 3 circuits on the Formula 1 calendar. We've got 2 disqualifications, not ideal at all then. Right, let's go for the grid. Menace Max, pole position, number 7 of his career. Fantastic. He equals out a toy coin. Kaz alongside him on row 1. I didn't sing the praise that Kaz, and I probably should have done, but what a performance there for Kaz. Kaz, I have never doubted Kaz's performance in qualifying, but race trim, it's always got a bit of right for Kaz, whether that's strategy calls or whether it's gone into incidents there. Let's see how it transpires. And also, I said he was basically P3 all the time, and he's P3 in qualifying as well. Championship and the racer. Sam Swift Ninja, double world champion. Has he been nerfed then? He certainly has in qualifying. He's in 4th. Brabbit, former silver champion in 5th position in the McLaren Mercedes. Boxed out on the hard tires in the Mercedes has been disqualified. He's left in the starting grid in 6th position there. Similar to Michael Schumacher in 1998, but hopefully, unlike Schumacher in 98, Boxstar will finish stay in P6, and he doesn't have to overtake Trilli or Tuero. 7th is Percy, Indigo in 8th position, Toy Cord in 9th, MHD in 10th position there, Keza in 11th in the Red Bull, Troy, last week's race winner, down in 12th. Then we've got the 2 Willies of Chappers and Knowlesy in 13th and 14th position. 15th is Equals with Mumford in 16th position. 17th is Legends with Chaza down in 18th position. Sadly, a far cry from where Chaza qualified back here in season 5. I think that was his first of 2 pole positions for Chaza. Cam in 19th and Ballant there in 20th position there, returning to ALR after a sabbatical. Rightio then, let's get on with this. Joey Chapper's fan club not arrived yet. Now, not arrived yet. How dare they? I'm sure I've seen someone comment earlier on then. But yes, perhaps then, and that's why Chapper's down in 30th position now. The fan club has not arrived just yet then. Brandon Smith, Chapper's on top. There they are as they've arrived just before the start of the Grand Prix. Look, all the burnouts there. These are prescribed burnouts. They are not doing it for fun. They talked with their engine engineers, they talked with whoever is online. They made sure that this is exactly what they need to do. It's a run, it's quite a long downhill run into turn 1 and into turn 2. Turn 1, there's not much of a break, and so turn 2 though very much gets very much cozy there. Grosjean and Webber had a crash there. Lights out, and it's going to land in the rising sun then. And Menace gets the perfect stop, but cancels out to defend it. He may have lost out into Immortal down into turn 1. No, Immortal is in first position, but Sam Swift Ninja's having a sniff. Have they all gone away safe and sound? I think they're all... No, there's a Mercedes around. It's Boxtown, who is bad luck, is just following me. He had a good result last week in China, but unfortunately Boxtown, only driver on the hard compound tyres, has dropped to the back of the field. And what about Cam then? Cam is also fights his way. We got Chappers in 15th position, struggling there because Chaz is on the outside of Chappers. Oh goodness me, that's going to be a nightmare if they stay together. Chaz in 15th, Chappers, Cam, Knowlesy, and then Billa, and then Boxtown as well. I'm so out of sorts here. Boxtown's fortunately down into 14 positions there. Down 14 is Knowlesy as well. Tory Coyne is having a sniff. He's up the inside of MHD, who has not scored a point yet, which I'm surprised by. But both Red Bulls are now in the points, and that's a good start indeed then, as we come up into Spoon Corner for the first time then. 27 around here. Billard's also down into the 19th position. Well, he has gained a position there, but he's right on the tail end of Boxtown. So a terrible start for Boxtown, former runner-up in gold then a few seasons ago then. Immortal's having a sniff. He's not having a sniff. He's through. Oh my goodness me. And he gets past Kaz, and Kaz has almost lost out. He has lost out to Sam Swift Ninja at the inside to the triangle chicane. That one completed. The gap is 9/10 of a second there. Kaz having some issues there, and he's really lost out there. He's lost momentum, and he's lost two positions there in the space of a twinkling of an eye here on that lap 2. And Kaz has gone from 2nd to 5th in the space of a couple of turns here. That's not ideal. Box out into the pits then, as Mumford has gone up into 12th position, passes Equals, who's dropped down into 13th position at this moment in time. There's a slide. Oh, Boxtown's out of the Grand Prix. No, I think that is, I'm not sure if there's damage to the car which caused Boxtown to retire, but that is unfortunate indeed there for the former runner-up in the championship. But Boxtown is, I think he's furious there with what's occurred in this Grand Prix so far. Menace aiming for his 2nd Grand Prix win, but he hasn't won since, was it Italy or Spa last season then? About halfway through last season, and so Menace there has really got to get on with it there, but he's 8/10 of a second in front of Immortal. Sounds Swift Ninja there, even if we have heard about this patch there, but the double world champion, even if we've got the first ever triple world champion in ALR history, is currently in 3rd position at this moment in time. Finished 3rd here last week. Not here though, in China, of course. As we have gone slightly further up, or is it slightly further down on the map? Well, it doesn't matter, because Samson's gone slightly further up and has taken 2nd position, and he's got past Immortal, and now the gap is 8/10 of a second there. He's still in DRS, and only one DRS zone around here, of course. Page, come on, Chappers there. Chappers for pole position. Watch his cookery. Of course, as Chappers is a chef across the line as well, but let's hope he's not Gordon Ramsay there, because we don't want any profanity on the stream. I say, goodness me, there's me trying to say big words there. That's never a good sign, isn't it? Camaro, go, Brutal, Chappers as well. Great stuff indeed there. Of course, keep your comments coming in. I'll try and read them out as best I can, but this is getting juicy, isn't it, already? Menace now 5/10 second. The gap has already come down by 3/10 already. Sam Swift Ninja is absolutely flying out there at the moment. Goodness gracious me, let's go aboard with the world champion, double world champion. I'm selling him short. Kaz all over the gearbox. Actually, Brabbit, there he is. Brabbit is out of DRS of Immortal. Oh goodness me, it's Percy is getting a bit of sound a bit of oversteer. I had to correct the car. Coming out of the second, the corners. I was going to say Dunlop, dig the corners. I get my hat on. Luke Chapman, Chappers, 17th to first challenger. Chappers Ramsey says Brandon Smith. Then. Oh goodness me! To be honest, or is he more like who's the Italian guy? Is it? No, I can't remember now. Oh, Gino. Oh, is it Gino? It is Gino, isn't it? Off this morning. If anyone from the UK knows this morning, fantastic 17. I've missed the lead, but it's Sam Swift Ninja who takes the lead there, gets past the Mercedes driver. Great stuff indeed. Cal's there trying to get past Brabham as well. Brabham is struggling. However, where is the DRS detection zone then? It is out of the triangle chicane up, but Sam Swift leads, but here comes Menace Max, and he's right into the gearbox now, and he's gone on the outside there, and he's going to pass the the Kick Sauber and takes the lead there, as Kaz and Percy has got past Brabham as well, and takes 4th and 5th position now. Goodness me, these cars are on the edge tonight, just like me on me poof. Fantastic. I taught Chappers everything he knows. Beans on toast. De Campo, thank you very much. It was De Campo. My word there. On board with... Oh, Percy, I thought he was off into the sea of the accident there, as Martin Brundle would say. Oh, my word. Incredible stuff indeed. Right, we've got to calm down. We're only on lap 4 out of 27 here. So a deep breath, ladies and gentlemen, now, because this is going to be a fantastic Grand Prix, isn't it? Sadly, all you Chapper fans out there, he's down in 17th position, but as Luke says there, 17th to 1st there. A safety car at a good time there can really help you in this race there. Here comes Sam Swift Ninja going all over the gearbox now of Menace Max there, all over the leader like a bad suit as we go into Spoon there. I'm absolutely amazed of how these drivers can just go on the edge of the limit every time, for only on flat 4 there, out of 27 there. But mark my words, this is absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. That if my grandma had wheels, she would have been a bike there, says Brandon Swift. Absolutely. one of the best quotes ever by the Campo. I love that one. Also, he started to talk about Toad in the hole as well. We got a lot of, goodness me, let's hope no one goes in the hole over there. Across the line, then they come once again. Santos Ninja's going for it. He's having a look at it. On the outside, takes the lead again. And Percy's got past Kaz and moved up into 4th position there. DRS is fairly powerful around here, as you can tell. We've had a couple of overtakes already. Now can Sam Swift Ninja rockets away from the nose cone here of Menace. We still got a long way to go in this one. Let me read the comments there. Sam Swift Ninja Dominance could bore fans, says Luke there. Does Sam Swift stream? I don't know, to be honest. He does do videos, so but I'm not sure if he streams or if he does, or if he records then uploads them later then. Potentially, but if so, we'll do a lovely plug as well, of course. And hopefully Sam Swift Ninja can lend me a chocolate bar as well. Then that's how we get paid around here. It's a Menace who's dropped back ever so slightly in the motor there. Might be quite intrigued about what's going on here. One retirement so far. That's pretty impressive around here. This is an old school circuit. If you're going to go off, you're going to go off in a big way, and I am expecting a safety car around here as well. So keep on your toes, everyone. No Brutal. He posts some setups and stuff on YouTube. He has some world records there. Not surprised. The kid's insane there. He certainly is. Yellow flag. What's happened? It's Chazza. It's Chazza. He's got all his bits in the right direction there, but sadly for Chappers, lost an abundance amount of time. Here in the background there, we do have the two Willies having a fight now between Knowlesy and Chappers. This is not what the Williams team would like to be going on there. They would like to be, they've had a terrible start really, both down at 3 positions each in 16th and 17th position there, and it's not been ideal. Same with Kaz as well, down 3 positions there. As Knowlesy's past Chappers there, we've got to quickly bleep that out because all the Chappers fans are going to be disappointed by that one. Low shot from the rear wing here of the Kick Sauber, as we've got Charlie saying that Chappers is letting others have their fun before winning. Absolutely, then, of course. I don't know why I keep saying absolutely. That's my new favourite word, then. Chappers is playing with food, says Serious Mushroom there. Of course, I never play with my food. Usually it's in my mouth before it's even on the plate, which is not ideal, especially if it needs to be cooked. Sam Swift Ninja leads. Second is Menace Max with Immortal in 3rd position. The top 3 have now started to pull away ever so slightly from Lucas Percy in 4th position. 5th is Kaz. 6th position is Brabham, but Brabham has certainly got Kaz's attention there, about 3/10 of a second apart. Indigo in 7th position. Solid start from Indigo with the both Ferraris 8th and 9th position there. Both Ferraris, I think, are leading the Constructors Champions, actually, aren't they? At the moment there, but this is not ideal at the moment because Kick Sauber are going to lead the Constructors. We've got some overtaking going on in the back of the field, the middle of the field, I should say, with Equals lost out to Legend, and I think that Equals has made a mistake somewhere at Spoon because he's also lost out to Cam, and Cam is through up into 14th position there. A lot of dirty cars out there, everyone. They're going to have to get themselves cleaned up, I think, in this one as we come out of the triangle chicane, and look at those cars snaking around here. As of course tire wear, I think we're gonna the strategy. Oh my word! Is Cam is taking 13th position there, passes Legends down into 14th. Equals is just not. It's going to be too far back. Chambers is pitted already, so Chambers is rolling the dice here. Yeah, so a lovely shot here for the Williams team now. Look at that choreography to absolute pristine now. It's a bit like that dance group, isn't it? What's it? Revival, Relentless? Nope, that's something else. That's a drink. Destiny. It is Destiny, isn't it? Or is that a singing? Oh, is that Destiny's Child? I don't know. But Champer's out the pits now. Hard tires. He's going for an undercut here. Let's see how this one plays out. Champer, two Willies sword fight then. Oh, my word. Indeed. I'm not going down that road. Of course, I know you're trying to tempt me there, Mushroom. But I've got to keep it on the clean side tonight there. Dynamo Dan. Assuming mediums are the best to start on then. It says Dynamo Dan. Ooh, interesting update called Dynamo Dan. It's had a solid start to bronze, hasn't he, this season? Good 17 there for Dynamo Dan. I feel that I'm not going to say anything else, but I do feel that Dynamo Dan is starting to get back to where he was before. Remember that Dynamo Dan, of course, was runner-up in bronze back in season 5. Very unlucky, of course. It hit him, and Jinner went toe-to-toe for that championship there. Of course, whoever lost that season would have been very unlucky there, because both drivers were supreme. So we got Legends getting back past Cam. Both drivers are not, the drivers are not in DRS at the moment. And back here, Indigo is looking very interested there. The gap at the front is 3/10 of a second there as we go down into turn 1. Now, I'm more interested in this battle here at the moment because we've got a bit of a DRS queue now. Percy cannot gap Immortal, Menace, and Sam Swift Ninja. Cam and Legends, goodness gracious me, they're having an almighty scrap there. We're going to have to write a saga about this one. Fantastic between Cam and Legends. The only downside for these two drivers is they're both from them now 2 seconds away from Mumford. And if they can get back in DRS, then that'll be good. But as we're seeing with Lucas Percy, it's easier said than done. On board with Mumford, second in the championship in Silver last season. And Mumford so far hasn't had much to write home about. He's got no points so far, Mumford hasn't, but he's shown some speed in the Haas car. His teammate Lucas Percy there, of course, he's only got 12 points as well on the board then, so not an ideal start for Haas, but anything can happen still. Chapper's wing change, very slow stop there, says Brandon. Very good observation skills. Obviously, I was more concerned about the choreography of the Williams team. I didn't actually even think about that. They are down even when it's raining. That was a slow stop for Chappers and Serious Pressure. I'm glad that you guys are all paying attention because I'm certainly not. They come past me now out of Spoon, flying up the hill. I'm coming into the one for a chart, which is not really because the downforce on these cars are just too great these days, isn't it? But my word. So that corner is not really much of a corner anymore. Not as much as it used to be. But we'll see what Chappers can do. I thought the Chappers was just going to go for an undercut there, but if that's an extra 5 second onto his pit stop here, Indigo having a sniff out, but Brabant defending the position as we've got a swap of position between the two Red Bulls, and Legend and Cam once again have also swapped positions. Oh, goodness gracious me. Is musical chairs out there here at the moment there as well. No, as I say that, they've got back past. Cam is back past. There's an issue for Legends, and Legends there has dropped to about 6 seconds back, but he's still in DRS, so that's all fine and dandy, but Legends didn't really want to drop off that quickly, did he, unfortunately? He is clearly trying to give the others a head start, says Luke. Oh, it's Chopper. Nope, Keza has had an issue. And there's issues. There's major issues. He's off the circuit there. 3 second penalty for Keza, along with getting off the circuit at the Degners, the second and the 2 Degners. And unfortunately, Keza has had major issues and lost 2 positions there after he just got past his teammate as well. So a lot of work has been undone there for the Red Bull driver as we come out Spoon as well. So pit stops now going to start to be a option for these drivers now. So what do? Are they going to hang it out? Are they going to extend, or are they going to go for the undercut? Well, to be honest, it's a very difficult one indeed there. Surely you'll probably want track position there. Yes, DRS can make it a lot easier for you, but I think the track position might be key in this Grand Prix there. Out of the triangle chicane as well, as you can see both Ferraris lying on stern there. That's not ideal, of course. In the championship, we've seen numerous of times over yesteryear in ALR ALR. If you have a close teammate, it normally means that you're going to lose a lot of time then, especially versus safety car. But luckily, no safety cars yet into the pits. There's Legends, Nolsey and Keza all in the pits there. I'm not sure if Keza had damage there, but I probably wouldn't notice anyway. Mainly because I'm always more concerned about what the pit crew are doing, which is absolutely superb. So indeed, then. So that's the essence of teamwork. Lap 10 out of 27 around here. Let's take stock. Let's take stock then. So Sam Swift leads then. Sam Swift has already won a Grand Prix and been third position so far in this championship, going for a historic third World Championship. We're only on round 3. This is a very condensed season. This season is, of course, only 16 rounds of the World Championship. Next week is the Mystery Grand Prix, where we'll be spinning the wheel out of 3 Grand Prix. And of course, that is going to be very interesting. That it's going to very much make the drivers think on their toes then for next week. That is going to get very dicey indeed, isn't it? So, so drivers are going to have to somehow prepare for that Grand Prix. And of course, some drivers do like to put a lot of practice in as well. I know Jinner's one of them that likes to put a lot of practice in. As Chappers has got a 3-second penalty. This is not an ideal race so far for Chappers. Chappers had a very good start to the season. He scored up points in both races. 5th position last week in China. He'll have a great race from there if he can get 5th position at this stage. But sadly for Chappers, it's not ideal. As the top two in this race has pitted, along with Lucas Percy as well. So Immortal has taken the lead of this Grand Prix. So then, this is going to get very action-packed. There's the Kick Sauber team in the Indigo. Is it Indigo? No, it's the lime green outfits of the Kick Sauber. Of course, before they become Audi in 2 seasons' time then in ALR. A season's time in Formula 1 trim there. Looking forward to that one then. So Sam Swift out of the pits now. Menace Max right behind him. And there's Percy, Toy Coin, MHD. There's Equals coming in the pits. That's a nose cone change for the Alpine team by the looks of things. So a sluggish stop there. Keza then, is he going to get out in front of his teammate? He does indeed. There he'll be behind Toy Coin. So MHD drops down a position there. Legends, then Nolsey, followed by Chaza, Equals, and here comes Chappers. Sadly for Chappers, down in 17th position there. Billet is about 40 odd seconds back at the moment. So Immortal has now got track position, but does that feel like that they may have made a mistake here and potentially should have pitted? You can't really. There's only one garage per team, isn't it? So you would have lost more time there. But I'm wondering if Immortal potentially should have pitted on the same lap there. But he is trying something different as Immortal there. Of course, Immortal is one driver very much in a rich run of form at the back end of last season. And a good solid start this season as well, for in the championship there. And this is not a long season, this one is now. So you really have to make these races count then. As Kaz, Bravit and Indigo and a good old Scrapper are on board with Indigo. Accelerating out there. What I missed? Stupid parrot turned my TV off there. Oh, am I on your TV, Musher? Oh, lovely stuff indeed there. Good job I got me cam on there. As you'll probably be seeing a lot of my rear posterior. Troy takes the lead. Last week's Grand Prix winner. Unfortunately, this week, though, he is not having the best of races there. Cam into the pits. Well, here comes Sam Swift Ninja. Where is him compared to Immortal? Immortal is just coming out of the pit lane, so you see him behind the tower. There he is. I think that Immortal may even lose out to Menace here as well. There's No, he hasn't there. Immortal in third position. And a good somebody down. I wonder if Immortal also had to change because of his wing, maybe wing damage there. My goodness me, this race is very condensed, isn't it? Indigo out in 9th position there. Keza in 10th position there. Whoa, a month for 11th. MHD has now got a conga line behind him now. Now the pit stops are done. You'll see that there's a lot more gaps now. So there might be less DRS trading now and more about to see who has got the real speed in this one there. Troy leads and it's the last of the runners not to pit along with Ballot, I think. Now into the Kobayashi airpit. No Kobayashi lunge at the moment. Of course, the legend himself, Kamui Kobayashi. What an absolute dream he is. I do love Kobayashi. Sadly, did get I don't think he got a fair crack at F1, but a lot of other drivers you could say the same as well, couldn't you, over the years of Formula 1. Mumford currently just outside the points, but however, if he stays within 3 seconds of Keza, he will get his first points of the season. So it's all fine at the moment. Toy Coin there, all over the gearbox of Lucas Percy. Lucas Percy this season, of course, remember, did finish runner-up last season. The championship into the pits comes Toy Coin's teammate, Troy, but of course, Percy there, I do feel, has been a step behind Sam Swift Ninja this season. I think the Sam Swift Ninja's gap over himself and the rest of the rest of the gaggle of competitors this season is, I think, a bit higher. And here comes Menace and takes second position there. Sam Swift Ninja is now 4 seconds up the road. Mortal in second. Toy Coin is now to fourth with Percy in fifth. Kaz, Brabbit, Indigo, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Troy out in 9th position in front of Kez, who's 3 seconds back with Mumford 11th. MHD in 12th position. Cam has gaps that and is now right up behind MHD. That's good. With Legends in 13th position there. Nolsey 15th. Chazit in 16th. Chappers in 17th. Equals is down 18th after that wing change, and Bill out there sadly right at the back of the field in 19th position at the moment. I haven't answered Serious Mushroom. What did I miss? A lot of pit stops, Mushroom. And of course we've had Kazu who went off at Dunlop there. Not Dunlop, sorry, the Degner corner, second Degner, and unfortunately got a 3-second penalty as well. I wonder if he got a 3-second penalty before that second Degner there, which seems to be a hot point now. As Percy, who's on board around with Lucas Percy, former world champion back in season 9. Lucas Percy was, and of course, runner-up in season 8, wasn't he? Lucas Percy was after that incredible battle between himself, Troy, and Boxtel for the championship. One of the most closest fought championship battles we have had in the history of ALR, and one of the most intriguing and potentially controversial as well. After that Dutch Grand Prix race between Boxtel and Percy, goodness me, that certainly lives long in the memory, doesn't it, here in ALR, as we come out of the triangle chicane. Silent Swift Ninja trying to go for the whole shebang of points tonight, but Menace Max there eclipses that. I'd say eclipses it. Takes the fast lap away. Here comes Percy there, and Indigo's through already, passes Brabbit. Indigo is not hanging around here as Percy 4th position. There is Indigo getting past Brabbit. Mumford has got past Keza. Keza struggling at this stage of proceedings there. Down in 11th position now. MHD in 12th. Cam in 13th position there. We're on board with Legends, who's currently in 15th position now. Knowlesy is now to 14th. It's still very close there, but we've got a lot more. There's a lot more gaps in this race as well. Lovely shot from the nose cone here. The RB. Sadly, though, that did not last very long, did it? We're just half distance in this Grand Prix now, so we don't expect any more tyre stops for now, unless there's a safety car, unless something untoward goes on. As look at that lock-up there from Indigo. We also a big lock-up, I think it was from the Aston Martin, just in front of us as well. Is the drivers are very much, as Equals are getting a 3-second penalty, drivers are very much the limit of the cars and their talent here tonight. Absolutely incredible. This is a brutal race, this one is. The Percy Box, however, was best ever, says Serious Mushroom there. It was. I absolutely enjoyed it. Of course, there was a lot of flashpoints there, a lot of disagreements as well, was there? But I must admit, I do love it when there's a bit of disagreement. Of course, controversy creates cash and all that kind of stuff there. Here comes Indigo. Indigo is very much flying at the moment. He got past Brabbit on the last lap, and this lap, I think he could get past Kaz as well. Kaz was on the front row, had a horror show. I think it was like lap 3 or 4. Dropped down into 5th position, and unfortunately, since then, his progress has been going backwards rather than forwards. And Indigo takes 6th position now. Indigo's got past 2 drivers and is absolutely reveling in these in this stage of this race. And Cam is up to 12th position as well, potentially going on for driver of the day at the moment. Cam is really good stuff indeed. As next target is Keza, and then after that could potentially be points as well there for Cam. For some really good stuff indeed. Absolutely legendary. I wonder if anyone like Granty and Emerson, and oh yeah, that was a great battle indeed, wasn't it? Oh goodness me, Mushroom, you're making me feel very old now. Of course, season 2, 3, 4, and 5 that battle wasn't it? Goodness gracious me. Of course, Granty, the first ever double world champion, Emerson, the second ever double world champion, and now Sam Swift Ninja is the third ever champion, a double world champion, potentially could be the first ever triple world champion as well. At the moment, it is very much looking very impressive for Sam Swift Ninja. His win ratio in ALR is pretty phenomenal, to say the least there, for Sam Swift Ninja. 17 Grand Prix wins in only 38 starts, and only in 38 starts as well, 28 podiums. Sam Swift Ninja has only DNF once, and he's been on in the races. He has only finished off the podium 10 times in his since he started racing in ALR. Really phenomenal stuff indeed there on board Toy Coin. Aiming to get past Percy here then, so he will have DRS advance there with just 11 laps to go in this Japanese Grand Prix. Percy there is not defending too heavily there. He just goes into turn 1. Looks like he's over letting him go, but I think he just doesn't want, Percy just doesn't want to use up too much tyre energy there to really fight too much there. So Percy just went on the inside there and really and was just making it as difficult as he can without really exerting himself all the tyre life for the Haas driver. Mumford all over the gearbox of Keza at the moment there. Has anyone been watching the, I think it's IMSA, whoa, is that Mumford there almost taking too much curb there, and I gotta say, I gotta note that down so I don't do that on Tuesday, but let's be honest about it, I got memory of a goldfish. Well, Pete, I've actually read that the goldfish has got much better memory than what they give credit for. Indigo, oh goodness me, and look at Cam here, all over Kaz, I say, all over the back of the RB car, and my word, and Cam, there's too many, isn't there? Kaz there is looking very fruity in that car, in that 7th edition and the Aston Martin. As I was watching the Daytona 24 Hours, I've been out, it's more slap of oversteer there, Percy all over the gearbox of the toy coin. I've been enjoying it. It's the first time I've watched it this year. I think that's when I last seen it. It was Kevin Magnussen who was in 3rd or 4th position, doing a great job. I think he's in the BMW or something like that. Something like that, I'm not sure. As Cam has now got past Mumford through the 130R, and he's done it. Great manoeuvre for Cam. Indigo and Cam are the two drivers that are very much flying at the moment. Here's Toy Coin. He's going to lose out to Percy. He has lost out to Percy. Through they go, and up into a very good 4th position there for Percy. The problem is though that Immortal's dropped out of DRS range. Is now back in 3rd position there for Immortal. Goodness gracious me, he's going to be fed up with that 3rd. I'd love to be fed up with a position like 3rd, wouldn't I? But there we go. I'll be happy just to get points there. But luckily, bronze there. When the big rule changes for bronze this year, is points goes down to 15, which I must say is very difficult for me to remember on doing the championship on a Wednesday. Now, took me 5 years to get another win. Never win. Level, Sean. Absolutely. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll get another 2nd position very soon. I think the last time I was on the podium in ALR was actually Mexico, bronze, season 3. Goodness me, man, that was a very long time ago. I don't know what game it's on. Was it on like 2021 or something like that? Maybe even F1 2020, you know. Goodness gracious me, one of the best recent F1 games. Sadly, I think that since the peak days of 2020, the games have been probably going down in a steepward, going down in a downward in terms of quality of games, but I suppose they're alright, aren't they? At least we've got games, unlike back in 2007-8 where they decided to skip F1 games, and then of course you had that 2009 game of the week, which I must say I think I enjoyed it more than what I thought I would, and I'm not even sure. I think that just shows the type of F1 driver I am. As Toy Coin now, Percy and Indigo very close together whilst I was waffling on about my gaming experience. Here comes Cam up into 10th position. Keza down to 11th. The question is now 4 seconds there. Troy's in no man's land there, down in 9th position. Last week's race winner. This week, sadly, down in 9th position there. This could potentially be a Formula E kind of season in terms of what's happened there. Yellow flag. There's a yellow flag. It's for one of the Ferraris. Unfortunately, Troy has had an issue and he was in no man's land, but now he is very much under the cosh here, Troy is, and that is not good, is it, for the Ferrari driver? Last week's race winner comes across a Mumford. Now Mumford's not going to appreciate that one too much, but Troy has to get to the back on circuit somehow there. 2020, I think, so especially that. Goodness me, I am old. But that was an absolute peak of a Formula 1 game, wasn't it? One of the best F1 games. I quite like 2019, 18. I really like 17, which I think I'm going to probably be thrown in the mud for that one. I don't know why. I really like 2017. I think it was just because it was really epic, like really epic. Really epic. Oh, is Troy around? No, he's okay. But unfortunately, that slight slip, that snap of oversteer, has really given Mumford the bit between his teeth now, and he's going to go wheel to wheel. Well, not quite then, as he decides not to do that then. As wait until the DRS detection zone here. Samson's got a 3-second lead over Menace. Then Immortal. Then we've got Percy, who has not come back yet. Look at this as Cam defending. Babbitt there through on the outside. Cam is trying to keep it in there, but sadly Cam down into 8th position there. And not ideal, unfortunately. Cam has it's not got much pace at all. I was going to say no pace. That's rude. He hasn't got much pace in this Grand Prix. Kaz has gone from 2nd to 8th in this one. Oh, excuse me. Unfortunately, Troy, who, as we were saying on this last lap there, was in no man's land. Chappers has got past Chazza, Chappers and Chazza there, goodness me. Unfortunately, those drivers have been very close together for me, and unfortunately for them, they've been very close together on the circuit as well, down in 16th, 17th, and 18th position with Equals. And I think all of those drivers have had some kind of issues with the front nose cone, and they have had to change it. Indigo then back on board with Indigo at the moment as he is just in 6th position there. Percy in 4th, Toy Coin in 5th position. Indigo in 6th, Brabbit 7th with Kaz in 8th position there. So that is the gaggle of cars at the moment. I think that's what they call them, a gaggle of cars, something like that. As you come over the brow of the hill there. Immortal is dropping into this pack now. Immortal's done a lot less on these hard tyres, but it's starting to fall into this pack of cars. That is not ideal for Immortal, so that 3rd position is very much going to be under threat. He's lost a lot of pace, and there's a yellow flag. And who's that? That's Balance off the circuit there, goodness me. So that was a bit of a scare. And Indigo is having a look there, he's going for it. Not quite there. But the Ferrari is Toy Coin on the outside there. But unfortunately, not through there. And Brabbit is still in front of cars at the moment. Goodness gracious me. And that's a McLaren going slow there. Balance there, unfortunately. I thought it was Brabbit at one stage. And Percy's off the circuit. Oh my goodness me. It's a safety car. And we got a late safety car. But Lucas Percy is off the circuit. And we was watching what was going on behind, and oh dear, and Percy's difficult start to the season continues. Of course, Percy, I think, finished 4th in the Australian Grand Prix. No points scored in China, and now tonight they're having issues with broken the front wing on the Haas car. Apart from front straight, you have to be brave to pass around. It kind of makes it follow my leader kind of race, or follow the leader. Who sang that song? Follow the leader. I don't know. I can't remember who it is now. Isn't it? Was it the lady? No, it wasn't the ladies that sung the catch-up song, was it? I was going to say Cheeky Girls, but I don't think they sung that song either. So safety cars out, and then there are silver drivers going at full pace here. So what is the leader going to do then? Basically, Sam Swift Ninja has been quite flawless. Oh goodness me, that tyre is going to resemble a 50 pence piece. That is Martin Brundle would say. Is he in the pits? He is in the pits there. So Sam Swift's in the pits. What is Menace in the pits as well? I'd be surprised if Immortal don't come in the pits because he's really struggled on those tyres. And they're all into the pits there. So it is kind of follow the leader then coming into the pits as well then. This is a right touch for Indigo then. Says Serious Motion into the pits comes Percy. Percy's going to lose abundance amount of time then. So the Burt Mylander has made an appearance here tonight then. As you got Menace into the pits. Well, coming up the pits then comes on Walter. Troy has got 2nd position here. Troy has there. Troy, I think, Kez has gone soft here. That's interesting. So is MHD. And I was thinking, that's interesting. And look, the 2 Haas cars out, and this is a double blow for the team from Banbury. As unfortunately, Percy's damaged front wing has cost Mumford dearly. Mumford is on the echelons of the points now. I don't think that's right, is it? They will have to pit, Mushroom is saying. They certainly are pitted now, but we've got some softs, some mediums out there. Now, this is variety is a good spice of life, isn't it? And my word, there is going to get very spicy indeed. This is a new, of course, any Chappers fans out there, this is a bit of new leash of life. Unfortunately, there's that 3-second penalty, and unfortunately for Ballant, damage to the front wing, and in the unfortunately, he's got a not drive penalty, he's been lapped as well. So, Troy didn't pit. Everyone else has pitted then, and we got a selection of medium and soft tyres out there. And Bullet hasn't pitted as well. Only one retirement so far. Lucas Percy's gone into the wall, coming to the S's there, damaged the car. The safety car's out whilst the debris is being cleared. Potentially could have been cleared under the VSC. Sam Swift Ninja is going to probably have a little word with the stewards after this, what I would say there, because I'll be up to pletic if I was Sam Swift Ninja, albeit his pace has not been in doubt around here, as it is certainly very much a driver's circuit, and Sam Swift Ninja is very much showing he is a formidable competitor indeed. So as Farf positions it, there they are, Farf, as of course very much on it for him today. Soft runners are going to be aggressive as hell, says Mushroom there. They're the position, but we'll talk about the soft runners when Farf has decided who the driver of the day is. Cyrus Merchant took his 16th driver of the day actually last week. I noticed that whilst doing the stats. In bronze, of course. I don't do the whole stats until the end of the season, and I'll be in the summer, which is very much looking forward to as well, because then I don't have to worry about turning the blasted heater on. Oh my word! Right, well, so hopefully Farmer's got all that, because I've decided to go back to the tyres now. Soft tyres for Chazza, soft tyres for MHD, who hasn't scored a point yet, which I'm quite shocked by. Legends doing a good start to this season, and we've also got Keza and Cam also on soft tyres there. Bellet has left the session there. Hopefully his ghost car won't be able to drop to the back of the field then, because then there won't be any misdemeanor there for the McLaren car. Just watching Troy at the moment now. Troy, who's rolled the dice here. Remember, he won the race last week. I think that he will be a bit of a mobile chicane. Now, no disrespect for Troy. How dare I call this Season 8 World Champion a mobile chicane? Goodness me. But Troy will not, even if Troy is an absolute superhero, which he is indeed. Of course, serious... What? Troy there, who I know is an absolute superhero, but I think even Troy's super speed and super talent that he is will not be able to keep up with Sam Swift Ninja or keep the other drivers behind. But I have been wrong before. There is, and as Sirius Merchant mentioned in the analysis below, it is very difficult to overtake on this circuit. But with the errors being recharged, Troy may have a chance. The driver of the day meant more than the win, so to me, thanks Farfed. I read that as well actually. I was like, really? But because I think the Farfed and Sirius Merchant are actually quite high on the all-time driver of the day list. I think I've only got 2 so far, and I'm sure one was in Mexico, it was like 500 years ago, and then when I think it was 100% last season. I don't really know why I got it, but I think it's more because I think I actually had a good pace, didn't I, Bonza? But there we go. As goodness me, Menace. Goodness gracious me. That's aggressive weaving, isn't it? Oh, my word. Those tires are going to be on fire now. Right, but let's see who else is going to be on fire, hopefully. And let's see how this one goes. During the day, Troy, Cam, Toycoin, and Samsung Ninja. I got to say, I think that Cam has done a great job tonight. They're really good stuff indeed. I think Cam qualified quite low and has really got himself back into this one. Good stuff indeed there. Out of the final triangle chicane, we're going to be green for go. Green for Sam Swift Ninja. It is green for go. And Sam Swift Ninja has already got a healthy lead of 5/10 of a second, which is not very healthy, is it? And look at the background there. As we've got a lot of very close run thing there. But Troy has defended the position. That is music to the ears of Sam Swift Ninja. Or music to the eyes if you listen to your music through your eyes, which I'll be surprised if anyone does. But it takes a lot for the world to go around then. Who's leading now? Says Five. I'm not sure in terms of the race then, or if in turn. And who's that? Oh, that's Indigo. Oh, Immortal. There's contact between Brabham and Immortal. And unfortunately, and that's a 10-second penalty for Immortal. And I don't think that is deserved there. Five may have to review that because the stewards are being very harsh. But Immortal's been struggling in the last couple of. And now, who's that? Troy's lost out because now Menace is through. Menace is now through. Passes Troy. Look left. It's the Mercedes here of Menace, and he threw it up into second position there. Now Troy, is he going to let his teammate through? He has to be very cunning. Oh my word, very cunning. But then here comes Indigo, and Indigo, my goodness me, and there we go, wheel to wheel into the 130R. And goodness gracious me, then you can see echoes of the past here between Senna and Mansell back in the Spanish Grand Prix 1991. He's on the inside to the triangle chicane and locking both front tyres out of the triangle chicane as well. Good heavens above, gentlemen. Lap 24, Sancho to set the fast half of the race there. Now Menace it won't be able to get second position. I don't think the win is possible now for Menace. The gap is 2.5 seconds already in this one. Indigo down into 5th position. I say down, he's up into 5th position. Percy now up into 8th position there. Kez has made his way up into 7th position. He does have that 3-second penalty, of course, there. We're keeping on that. Cameron to a superb 9th position. He's my vote for driver of the day. Brabham into the pits. Unfortunately, Brabham couldn't do nothing. He's done nothing wrong today, Brabham hasn't. And that is just very unfortunate indeed for Brabham. So the battle for the final podium spot is between the two Ferraris and between Indigo as well. But Indigo, Kaz, and Kaz might be able. I was very critical. I wasn't critical of Kaz. I was just saying that his pace wasn't up to was struggling in this race. But now Kaz has a chance of a podium here as this safety car has really rocked the boat in the final stage of this Japanese Grand Prix out of the Kobayashi chicane, which hairpin, which I don't think it's called the Kobayashi hairpin, but of course I'm very much a man who likes tradition. Watching Keza at the moment, goodness me. Penalties, 3-second penalties there for Keza. Look at them all, they're all snaking. We're talking about penalties in a minute because they're all snaking around in the dirty air of all these drivers at the moment. As they come up to the brow of the hill, Menace Max is serenely in second position there. Here comes Toy Coin now. Toy Coin will have DRS this time around then. And look at this, go this way and that way. Indigo's having a sniff. Nothing more than that then. A big stop into the triangle chicane. Accelerates away. Goodness gracious me. You cannot tell who is where and who finishes a new start across the line. And now the Ferrari of Toy Coin takes first finish there. That's a great. And look at Indigo. He's going to go for a double switch here. Oh my goodness me. I thought that was going to be a world of an overtake. We've had a couple of good overtakes already this season. And who's that? That's Menace Max. No, it isn't. Menace Max, okay. I think he might have gone off the circuit there because he's lost 2 seconds, and now Indigo could be on the podium here. And what's going on here? And Percy and Kaz are fighting, and on the inside of Dunlop, there's going to be contact. There is contact. Percy's in the wall, and Percy is going to not get any points there. Oh my word! There, Percy out of the Grand Prix, and did Kaz not give him any room, or was that a bit? Audacious there from Percy to have a go into Dunlop. Then I'll leave it down to the viewers because of course I'm always going to try and sit on the fence as much as possible because normally I'm wrong many times. Indigo, who could probably smell a podium here, well more than a podium, he could even smell a second position there. While Sam Swift Ninja is serenely leading the race by almost 4.5 seconds now. Behind him, it's anyone's ball game and say fly past me. And there's going to be some DRS as well. 2 retirements in this one there. Sadly, the Haas of Percy and Boxtown, the 2 drivers that have been very much so finished in the top 3 of the championship very consistently in the last 3-4 seasons there, having a nightmare start to this season. Both drivers are Box had a horrific season last season. Toy Coin has had a nightmare run out of the triangle chicane, but not as bad as Menace, because Menace, and now he's going to do it again. That's 2 for the price of 1, and Indigo then was kind of full by last lap then. This time I thought he was going to do it there, but not quite. Second to last lap of the Japanese Grand Prix. Brutal. This is mad. It certainly is. And Percy, lovely. Percy not happy then. I was thinking that potentially Percy should not have been up the inside to Dunlop, but should he have been granted more space is also on my mind as well. But luckily I'm not a steward then. If I was, I would be very much like controversial like Johnny Herbert as Menace on the inside. Oh my goodness me. And now he's going on the outside and Indigo having a lock up at the inside shoulder of the tyre. Now Menace in 4th, Kaz in 5th position there. I've fallen off my poof. Ow. Goodness me. Luke, Cam letting down the Sauber team. Down in 8th position there, but Cam unfortunately that's the 3-second penalty. And Cam was my vote for driver of the day because he's been absolutely supreme up to this point now. Toy Coin leads, but he's got a very hungry train of cars, and that train of cars goes all the way down to 15th position. Choppers, here's Menace. Oh my goodness me. If they collect each other in the one for a try, that would have been an airplane crash. We've had major crashes there in the past, haven't we? Alan McNish is the first driver that comes to mind when you think about a crash around there. Thank goodness me, he didn't start his final ever race in F1, did he? Unfortunately because of that crash there, because it was humongous. Across the line they come now. So Indigo is now to a superb third position. He's going to be over the moon then, and so will I as well, because that means I don't have to worry about asking any questions in the interviews. Toy Coin, second is Indigo. Menace into third position there. Menace there, what has he got left then? Mumford's got a 3-second penalty, unfortunately for Mumford. Down in 12th position there, had a chance of points potentially. Kaz in 5th position, Keza in 6th there. And then we've got Troy, who is now causing all kinds of anarchy behind him, because this is beautiful for Keza. He might be able to get into that 6th position there because he's got fresher tyres. Troy is going to be hanging on this lap there. And I don't know who to look at. Oh my word, this is going to be very good something. We need multi-cam out there. And we go into the hairpin once again. And that's Kaz on the inside, having a sniff of Menace there. No dice at the moment. Mumford is down to elimination. MHD dropping down to 12, sadly, for the Red Bull driver. Back here then, as Indigo, there's harvesting going on for Toycoin. Contact between the two cars of the Mercedes and the RP. But Indigo is driving superbly well. Accelerates away. And I've got to say, this is incredible stuff indeed. Then, as we're now just on board once again, as we go onto the brow of the hill, then, as Sam is gone, says Brutal. He has gone, hasn't he? I know Johnny Herbert's son says serious motion there. Sam Swift Ninja wins the Japanese Grand Prix. As goodness me. And they're coming out of the hairpin. Sam Swift Ninja leads. Menace Max is through. Contact. Menace Max is off into the wall. And that is going to be very interesting to see how that one plays out. My goodness gracious me. But Menace Max, no, Sam Swift Ninja wins his 18th Grand Prix of his career. His second win in 3 races. Sam Swift Ninja extends his lead in the championship. Toycoin second. Indigo in third position, but there's going to be a lot of queries about that last quarter incident there. Did Menace Max, I keep calling him Menace Max, did Max throw caution to the wind there potentially? Troy has finished in 5th. That's an incredible gamble there for Troy. I thought he was going to be swallowed up by the pack. My goodness me. Until the end, says Five. Sam waited. Sam waited. Then had their pads down. Indigo, hell of a drive, but that one damaged M-Fun, says Chappers, which is the issue there. GG, Sam says Brutal. Absolutely. He was flying there, wasn't he? As Bella there's had issues there and doing some donuts then, which is very cool stuff indeed. Here comes Sam Swift finish, his 18th win of his career. Fantastic stuff indeed. 29th podium in 39 starts now. That's an incredible record there for Sam Swift. Very much starting to challenge the upper echelons there of the records of ALR. Toycoin second with Indigo in third position. I'll be interested to know what Indigo thought about that final corner incident there, because I must admit, I didn't really see what was occurring there. Scrap says, Ekwal said, in the end, as there is Sam punch in the air, his 18th win of his career. Troy gets driver of the day. Who got driver of the day? It was Sam Swift Ninja, who got 38% in the driver of the day. I think up until the very end then, I'm sure that it would have been. Oh, superb. Even at the end there, Sam Swift did a lovely jump there. And of course, will be very happy with his 18th win of his career. Fantastic stuff indeed there. I was going to say, Cam, then that hurts. Absolutely does, because Cam drove a superb race there. Was my driver today. And up until that final penalty, potentially could have got some major points there. Luke was not happy indeed after that final penalty there. And I think Luke, the self-proclaimed manager of the Aston Martin team, is probably going to be up in arms. Aston Martin kicks Sauber. I apologise. Hopefully we get a final classification here. Otherwise, I'm in a lot of... damn this game. Never mind. All we do know is Sam Swift Ninja won the race with second position, Toycoin. And third position went to Indigo as well. And Indigo has joined me in the gantry now. And I think that we need to ask Indigo a very important question there. Indigo, how did you do it? How did you get into third position in the end there? That was a great end there.
I just watched drop people. Sorry, I just watched drop. Sorry, fuck it out. I watched people drop out like flies. There we go. I watched people drop out like flies. People going one by one, and I was just nowhere. Literally, I was just in a big DRS train, useless. Couldn't do anything about it. All of a sudden, people start making mistakes in front of me, and I take advantage of all of them. So that's how I did it. And unexpectedly got P3. I was just. Looking to score some decent points after the first 3 rounds. Australia went really bad. I couldn't do anything about Australia. And Saudi Arabia, I struggled really bad too. It's one of my favourite tracks. I can't remember where else we raced, but yeah, I'm happy about today. Did a fantastic job, I think. Tried to keep out of trouble. I tried to use Toycoin. Goed gedaan vandaag for Toycoin. He did an amazing job again. Me and him have been so close to each other throughout the whole season. Don't know why, but yeah, we get so close, and I think we've had some good battles today, me and him. And yeah, I'm happy. Doesn't sound like it, but I don't know why I'm not happy, even though I thought my highest position was between P5 or P6, but should be more happy. But I don't know why I'm not. So yeah, I think it's a race to forget.
And could we ask about the incident with Menace Max at the end, if you can remember it, to be honest, because it was an absolute doozy of a race. So on the last lap, then you and Menace Max was getting very close in the triangle chicane. And what was your thoughts on that? We only caught the end of that, and Menace Max unfortunately went to the barrier. What happened there?
Well, I was fighting Toy Coin at the chicane, and I was trying to do a setback, switch back on Toy Coin, but I think Max tapped the back of me, so it forced me to go wider, and I couldn't get the exit I needed to get Toy Coin. So it was me and Max going wheel to wheel, and with a bit of oversteer, we were both it was the smallest and merest of contact it looks on my screen. It wasn't even that much to put him off balance, so I'm not quite sure how we managed to go in the barriers there, but yeah, I think Max. Yeah, it's a shame for Max because I think he was running the top three with Sam Swift Ninja. It was Sam Swift Ninja, Max Menace, and Immortal. That should have been the top three today. And the safety car came out and changed that because I think a certain Ferrari driver messed us all up. And after the safety car decided to stay out there, the whole old hardcore bad tires and hold all us up. I had no idea where Mortal went. I never saw Mortal. I knew he was in P3, but after when the safety car came out, I didn't know where he was afterwards. I didn't even see him. I didn't even know I overtook him because I knew he was up the road. But I knew that Menace made a mistake in turn two because I was behind Toycoin. All of a sudden, Max Menace appears on our screen at turn two, I think. So, or turn three. But yeah, it was a crazy race today. I tried to keep out of trouble, but trouble came to me in the last lap. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I don't get reported, but if I do, I've got the footage, and we'll see what happens. And yeah, Max actually congratulated me for top three. So I think I might be on the podium in P3. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm very happy. It's the third or fourth race this season, and I'm already in the top three. So happy days, especially that track I don't like. And 2 seasons ago, I was on the podium here as well. So I don't know what it is. I don't like this track, but I'm on the podium again.
I would say it's a real driver's track, this one is, and so obviously the ones that get on the podium here are obviously talented there. So that's what I say about that. Just as you mentioned there about that Ferrari driver, that was Troy that caused all the nuisance there. What do you say to Troy about that one?
Do you want me to be brutally honest?
Far away.
I think it was absolutely stupid, to be honest with you, because he's on old hardcore bad tires. I thought he did it for toy coin, but he didn't. He did it for his own pride. So I thought he did it for toy coin. If he did do it for toy coin, if he did do it for toy coin, then fair deuce. I think I'd do the same thing if I was further back. At the same time, how do you expect to defend when people on brand new set mediums versus old hards with about 6 laps to go? You can't. And I think he paid the price for it. Dropped down the order. Don't know where he finished, but nowhere near us. So yeah, bad decision there for Troy A. And even though the safety car came out, I was low on fuel. I was about 0.06. This track is a real killer for fuel as well, because I started the race with 2 plus lap fuel, and I was almost ran out despite a safety car. So thank God that safety car came out. Thank you, Lucas Percy. You saved me for causing that safety car. So thank you so much, mate. But yeah, it's a shame for Percy because it was a really good race as well. But yeah, for Troy A, that really did annoy me. I don't know if you noticed, Sean, but you know after that second safety car, the first safety car restart, the only safety car we had, I was held back. I was already at the DRS train before the finals recorded because that McLaren in front was a lap car, and I couldn't. He slowed down so much the finals recorded. The top five pulled away, and I was left behind. So, but I luckily caught up thanks to Troy. But yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes.
And overall, then, in terms of because you had an okay start to the season, and of course, it didn't start off too well in Australia, and you got a point last week then. But this podium now, this is a very good result then, and you can now start to get more momentum, especially as you said, this was only round three of the championship. Then there's a mystery race next week, but do you think that you can carry on that momentum? And what do you think about this mystery race that's going to happen next week?
I think it's a cool asset, because obviously nobody's going to be practicing for the race, and everyone's going to be like on their toes because I think everybody might struggle in qualifying and the race. For those people who are really good at adapting very quickly to certain situations, like thrown at them, get put in the car, not knowing what track it is, then when you're out there, set those laps amazing, beautifully, and have the setup as well. So it's for those people that are really good at adapting, and that's not me. It takes it takes me ages for me to adapt to certain situations. Even in qualifying in the race, I'm still learning as it goes on. So for me, I don't like it because I don't get to practice. But at the same time, it's good. It's good for the viewers. It's good for you. It's good for like. It's just. It's just something new and exciting, and we'll see if it works or not. But I think it's a 50-50. It will work, and some people have the doubts. The only people that have the doubts are the drivers because they want to practice. But at the same time, I think for the viewers' point of view, it's going to be amazing. I think we could see some people in different places next week because obviously, like, some people that practice and some people that don't. It could be a mix-up order next week, and hopefully it does. I hope I'm up there, but I don't know. It depends what track it is as well. If it's USA to Kota, then expect me to be up there because I love the track, as you know. But any other track, I don't think I'll do well. But yeah, we'll see what happens next week. I can't wait for it. And Sean, once again, mate, thank you so much for commentating. You're one of the best commentators I've heard, and I cannot wait to commentate with you one day. It's been a long time coming, mate.
Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. And to be honest, you must. I don't know how you think I'm the best commentator that you've heard, but my goodness me, you must be on a giddy high after that podium. A very good stuff indeed. Immortal Indigo. That's why I'm the worst commentator. Well done, Indigo. Brilliant job indeed. That is going to be it for tonight. We are back in action tomorrow night for silver. And goodness me, I've got to do two nights in a row. Goodness gracious me. Don't worry though. I've got my limb set or lamb set or whatever that is, and then we're going to be going again then. I cannot wait then. Tomorrow night is a rerun. This time though is silver. Two different Grand Prix winners in silver. We're going to get a third, or is Delando really very much back to his best then? Can R2 beat bounce back as well, or is there going to be a driver in the form of Kian getting his first Grand Prix win? I cannot wait. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.